Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cognitio 2026. This year, we have an educational play, A Case of the Campus Cuff, where confusion reigns, only the boldest investigators can crack the case. I'd like to invite Dr. Sam Marconi to introduce the play.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Department of Community Medicine and Cognitio 2026 organizing team, I warmly welcome you all to this special evening of learning and creativity. Cognitio has traditionally included a workshop on research methodology. While these workshops have been valuable and informative, participation has often not been as enthusiastic as expected. This led to us ask an important question: can research methodology be taught in a non-conventional way that is not only educational but also engaging, memorable, and enjoyable? That gave birth to what you are about to witness today. This year, we decided to experiment with an approach called edutainment, one that combines learning with storytelling, theater, humor, and audience engagement. Research methodology is often perceived as a difficult and sometimes intimidating subject. Terms such as cohort studies, case control studies, randomization, bias, confounding can appear abstract when presented in lecture or textbook. Yet, these concepts influence almost every piece of evidence that shapes healthcare and public health practice. Our hope is that by bringing these terminologies to life through characters, stories, good storytelling, and we can make them easier to understand, remember, and perhaps even enjoy. The play you are about to see is not merely an entertainment. Hidden within the story are the principles that form the backbone of scientific inquiry. As you watch, we invite you to think about the challenge faced by the researchers and how evidence is generated in the real world. The program will begin with the play. We are aware of your attention span, so the play will run approximately for 30 minutes. Following the performance, we'll have a panel discussion featuring distinguished faculty members who will share their perspective on study designs, medical education, and innovative methods of teaching methods. Most importantly, we should admit this is an experiment with an IRB permission. We genuinely do not know whether theater can become an effective tool for teaching research methodology. So that is why your feedback is extremely important to us. At the end of the session, we would be grateful if you could share your valuable thoughts on what worked well, what could be improved, and whether approaches like this should have a place alongside conventional teaching methods. So sit back, relax, enjoy the performance, and perhaps discover that research methodology can be far more exciting than we usually imagine. Once again, I welcome you all for the first ever educational play in Cognitio 2026. Thank you.
நான் ஒரு டீயா உப்பு போட்டு கொடுங்க சொர்ணையே வர மாட்டேங்குது
Yes, Director sir. I understand. But the situation is not under control. Students have been coughing in every hostel for the past 1 week. The canteen auntie is blaming the fans, PT master is blaming Instagram, and the microbiologists are blaming the air. Oh, yes, sir, listen. Let me explain, please. Yes, the chicken samosas were fried, but maybe not deeply enough. No. Sir. Yes. I will handle it, Director, sir. I will handle it. I haven't panicked yet. Thank you, Director, sir. Etika. Why couldn't this have happened during exam week when they all go quiet on their own? One student coughs after eating a chicken samosa, and suddenly it's a case report. 2 more cough. Now it's a case series. No comparison, no control, no clue what actually cost anything. Just storytelling with stethoscopes, I tell you.
Useful for spotting something unusual, yes. But for solving this mess, absolutely hopeless.
No. No, no, no. This calls for science, for proper science. All right. Enough guessing. This calls for evidence, for investigation. Ethica, it is time to call in the study squad.
And thus begins the strange and statistical saga of case. Where confusion reigns, samosas are suspicious, and only the boldest investigators with very different methods can crack the case.
Cassie, thank you for coming on such short notice.
No problem, Principal P. You know I love popping in, snapping the scene, and peacing out. So what's the problem this time? More viral dances or actual viruses?
It's bad, Cassie. Students have been coughing across 4 hostels for the past 1 week. Some say it started after the chicken samosa day in the canteen. But I need to know what's going on. Fast. Can you help me look into it?
Oh, absolutely. I'll do what I do best. I'll go to each student right now and ask 2 questions. Are you coughing? And did you eat a chicken samosa last week?
That's it?
Oh, darling, that's the beauty. I don't have to wait or follow up. It's like a snapshot of what's happening right now. It's like a group photo. Smile. It tells you who's in, who's out, who's coughing in the corner. Easy peasy.
Wait. But how do you know if the samosas actually cause the cough?
Oh, sweetie, I don't do cause. I'll just tell you what's happening right now. If more coughing students ate the samosas, well, that's interesting. But maybe they already ate the samosas before they coughed. Or maybe they ate the samosas because they had a sore throat. Who knows? Not me.
So you give me numbers and percentages, but not answers.
Exactly. Fast, cheap, and I come with colorful pie charts. But if you want timelines, call that moody case control caller. She lives in the past.
Thank you, Cassie. I appreciate your effort. I'll take your snapshot. But I think I need someone who can dig into the why. Send in Kala, please.
Stop, snapshot queen. Will you at least ask their permission before interrogating coughing teenagers? You can't just collect data like it's gossip for hostel WhatsApp.
It's anonymous.
Anonymous, wonderful. Who will get the consent? Will you explain the purpose? What about confidentiality? What about voluntary participation?
She appears wherever paperwork is missing.
Exactly. Someone has to do it. Carry on, but ethically.
smell a mystery. And wicks, and halls, and tiger balm, and zandu balm.
Carla, thank you for coming. I am desperate. The students are still coughing. Some say it started after eating the chicken samosas. Can you help me figure out what or who caused the cough?
I don't need everyone, just the sick ones. Students who are coughing like they swallowed a saxophone. Then I'll need another group. Students who aren't sick, but otherwise similar. Same year, same hostel, same love of samosa, minus the cough. Then I'll compare and see what the sick ones did differently.
That's easy. We've got about 30 who are coughing. Hostel B is practically a tuberculosis museum.
Perfect. I'll sit down with each one of them and ask them everything. What they ate, where they went, who they sat next to, if they kissed anyone behind the library.
Excuse me, relevant exposure history only. This is epidemiology, not a dating scandal.
Fine, strike the romantic variable.
And protect privacy. One leaked questionnaire and your study becomes a legal case study.
That's a lot. So you're basically working backwards from the cough to the cause.
Exactly. I chase shadows. It's not elegant, but it's fast. And you won't have to wait for weeks like with Captain Cohort, who makes people do follow-ups.
Wait, but won't the students forget what they ate?
Always. That's the risk. Memories can be fuzzy, especially when people are hungry.
Still, it sounds like you might give me a clue.
Maybe, but I'll only be able to tell you if the students who are coughing are more likely to have eaten something suspicious. I don't deal with certainties, just the odds.
Ha, you always talk like a detective in a B-grade thriller.
That's because most outbreaks are B-grade thrillers. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have suspects to interrogate. And one of them smells like chutney.
He's digging. But I need someone who can follow students over time and not just dig through dusty memories. Oh no, here comes the man who brings a stopwatch to every meeting. At ease, Captain. At ease. No one's invaded the hostel. It's just the cough again.
Exactly why we got started last week, sir. We have assembled students into two squads. Group A, those who had the chicken samosa, and Group B, those who didn't, sir. Day 0, none of them had the symptoms. Then I started my watch.
Oh, Captain Cohort. So you've been following up students over time?
Yes, sir. Daily check-ins, temperature charts, symptoms logs. 3 students even gave audio samples of their coughs.
Sounds nasty.
We are seeing who develops the symptoms and when, sir.
Oh, that sounds rather thorough.
It is, sir. We are watching for new cases. That way, we can calculate the risk. How likely is it that someone who had a samosa will develop the cough compared to someone who didn't, sir?
So if the cough happened more in Group A,
Then the samosas look guilty, sir. And because we can show that the exposure happened before the outcome, we have the timeline to prove it. No guesswork. No, I think I ate a samosa. Just data. Glorious forward-moving data, sir.
This might be exactly what I need.
It is, sir. But I must warn you, this takes time. Students drop out. One student was sent to a no-spice hostel in Ooty. Another got offended when I asked him to show me his sputum color.
So who's going to be paying for this? Will students be attending their class or your study?
Etika, please. Let's give the captain some time. I think he's getting closer to the answer.
Yes, sir. But also, sir, this may not work well for rare diseases. But for a common outbreak like this, I am your man.
Thanks a lot, Captain. I'm mightily impressed by your work. But I think you need to go and take rest. You look like you haven't blinked an eye in 3 days.
I haven't, sir. And I won't. If I do, I might miss the next call.
All right. So I've seen a snapshot, I've heard some interrogations, and now some military level surveillance. But what if I want something more easy, something practical and quicker, even if it is not all that perfect?
Principal, I heard about the coughing. Don't worry. I've already divided the students into 2 groups. This one and that one.
Oh, Professor Quasi, you've randomized them.
No, nothing like that. You see, I used dormitories. Hostel X eats samosas on Wednesdays. Hostel Y doesn't. Simple, natural, organic.
But let me try to understand. Weren't the hostels already different to begin with? I mean, Hostel X is full of marathon runners and Hostel Y is full of drama students.
Exactly. It's a perfect comparison. You see, we observe which group coughs more. And then, boom! We suggest a difference.
Ah, you mean infer causality?
No, I wouldn't go that far. You see, it's not as if I've randomly assigned anything, and 2 groups are, how shall I put this, wildly different in every possible way. But still, it's practical, real-life setting, very, what's the word? Very naturalistic.
Naturalistic? Fine. But exploiting existing inequalities without acknowledging bias, that's not real world, Professor. That's reviewer 2 rejected.
Professor Quasi, let me try to get some clarity. So you basically took what was already happening and turned it into a study.
Exactly. It's like science, but with less effort. Quick setup, real-world comparison, not perfect, but practical.
And confounding. Lots and lots of confounding.
But that's where I sprinkle some statistics. Adjust a little here, adjust a little there, tweak a little there, tweak a little here. Good enough for a conference poster.
Professor Quasi, I appreciate your enthusiasm. But to me, honestly speaking, this seems like a group project which nobody bothered to proofread.
And yet, behold, my bar chart. 2 hostels, 2 outcomes, 1 wildly inconclusive finding.
Thank you, Professor. But I think I need to go outside and breathe, preferably in an environment where individuals aren't confused with entire populations.
Cheerio.
Greetings, Principal. I have been expecting your call. I have already begun my trial.
You did what?
60 students, randomly assigned. 30 students received chicken samosas, and 30 students received this.
Oh, Dr. RCT, is that a vegan samosa? Is this even ethical? Oh.
Well, the ethics committee approved it after 6 amendments and a lot of emotional damage.
Wait, even the cooks didn't know?
No, they did not. I swapped the kitchen labels. Test A was chicken samosa, and test B were vegan samosas. The cooks cried, but they complied.
Did you say you swapped the labels without proper disclosure?
It's called blinding.
Blinding, yes. Deception, no. Ethics committee wants a word?
I'll submit another amendment.
So, Dr. RCT, what is your final plan?
I observe for new cases of cough in both groups, and then I compare. If cough appears significantly more in the chicken samosa group, and by the magic of randomization, once I've controlled for all other variables, then we know the cause.
That sounds conclusive.
It is cause and effect. No assumptions, no memory lapses, and no confounders. Just pure, randomized, data-driven clarity.
You really love control, don't you?
I once randomized my own birthday party. Half the guests got ham, and the others got yam.
Ah, that sounds
disturbing.
But I do have some limitations, you see. It's expensive. It takes a lot of time. It requires consent forms the size of novels. And some people find randomization a bit hard to swallow.
literally.
But if you want conclusive proof and not just associations like the rest, then I'm your best bet.
Thank you, Doctor. So now I've seen a snapshot, a backstory, a timeline, some military level surveillance, and now a full-blown food experiment.
The principal had gathered the finest minds in epidemiology, an in-the-moment cross-sectional researcher, an inquisitive case control investigator, a rigorous cohort specialist, a pragmatic quasi-experimental enthusiast, and a dogmatic randomized trialist. In science, it is called a panel discussion. In reality, it sounds like this.
Take another photo on me. Swear. Stop it. Do not shove that bar chart in my face.
You need an intervention.
Stop it.
You need to be in control.
Samosa.
Enough! Every one of you claims that you solved the problem. But who actually found the answer?
Obviously, it was me. I investigated the outbreak first, and without my prevalence data, all of you would still be in your offices drinking chai.
Please, you took one photograph and called it science. I actually investigated multiple exposures.
Temporality matters. Exposure before outcome. That is the backbone of epidemiology, sir.
Relax, Captain. Real world settings matter much more than your military symptom checklist.
Without randomization, all of you are simply describing chaos with confidence.
At least my participants were willing. Half of your students revolted after eating this vegan samosa.
Temporary dissatisfaction is acceptable collateral damage for scientific clarity.
Your study cost more than the annual canteen budget.
And your study had more confounders than participants.
Guys, you are all overcomplicating everything. People ate chicken samosas, people coughed. Boom! Pattern!
Association is not causality. Darling.
Exactly. We need incidence rates, follow-up, risk ratios.
You followed up your students for so long, they forgot which year they were in.
Stop, please!
Everyone, calm down. Yes, sir. Have some herbal tea?
Thank you, Etika.
Herbal tea. Guys,
Thank you.
I've been checking on the students all week. Poor things.
Maybe it was the chicken samosa oil that was contaminated.
Or it was improperly stored.
Perhaps the chutney.
Cross-contamination in the kitchen.
My interim analysis demonstrated significantly increased coughing in the chicken samosa group.
Aha! Then it has to be the chicken samosa.
Exactly.
The evidence clearly shows the chicken samosa exposure happened before the outcome, sir.
The odds ratio was so high, I thought they were on drugs.
The prevalence also did peak after chicken samosa day.
And my hostel comparison also supports the chicken samosa hypothesis.
And my regression analysis confirms the association.
I think we're actually
Coughing, chicken samosa, coughing, chicken samosa.
I also think so.
Brilliant! So you all mean to say
The
Chicken samosa caused the outbreak.
Strange. Every hostel that Etika visited had the highest prevalence of cough.
The cases had way more contact with Etika than the controls. That exposure keeps occurring.
Timeline confirmed, sir. The cough started immediately after Etika's hostel visits.
And Hostel X interacted much more with Etika than Hostel Y. My confounder has a face.
There seems to have been unexpected contamination between my randomized groups. And Etika visited both hostels.
What? I was only helping.
you visited every hostel?
Well, yes, some students were sick, so I checked on them. Then more students became sick. I checked on them too.
She wasn't the original source.
But she may have amplified the transmission between the hostels, sir.
We blame the chicken samosa because that was the most obvious exposure.
Meanwhile, the actual spread was happening person to person.
So, have all figured out different pieces of the same puzzle. But we still need stronger evidence.
Did someone say evidence?
The reviewer of reviewers.
Oh dear, she's peer reviewed.
And you are?
I am Meta Maharani, creator of guidelines, mother of meta-analysis, and queen of systematic reviews. I look at all the evidence together. Not one chart, not one experiment, all of it. Cross-sectional studies revealed the pattern. Case control studies identified suspicious exposures. Cohort studies established the sequence of spread. Randomized trials tested causality. Even poorly controlled real-world comparisons contributed useful clues.
I suddenly feel peer-reviewed.
None of these designs were complete alone, but together, the evidence told the full story. The samosas may have been an early clue, but it was the transmission between the students that amplified the outbreak. And because each of you looked at the evidence differently, together you uncovered the truth.
That's actually beautiful, man.
Also terrifying.
I'm experiencing statistical emotion.
Guys, come on. Finish your herbal tea. No!
I hope you all enjoyed the play. I'm sure many of you seated here came today just to witness the legendary act stars making a comeback to the stage. As you all know, these legends are busy clinicians, so before they disappear back into the clinical world, let's have one final round of applause for the actors who gave a face to the study designs. I welcome Dr. Nitish Vijayanan as Principal P, proving that every study needs a principal investigator. Dr. Nalini Sarah Newbegin as a cross-sectional Cassie, collecting data from everyone, everywhere, all at once. Dr. Anna Paul as case control Kala, forever looking back into the past. Dr. Andrew Moses as Captain Cohort, following participants so faithfully that some of them may now consider him as family. Dr. Abhinav Chichra as Professor Quasi, almost randomized, almost experimental, but never quite willing to commit. Dr. Manoj Jacob Dinakar as Dr. RCT, the gold standard himself, because apparently being a doctor was not prestigious enough. Dr. Toby Ann Marcus as Meta Maharani, combining studies, combining evidence, and occasionally combining everyone's confusion. Dr. L.C. Vinod as Mrs. Ethika, reminding us that informed consent is not just a suggestion. Behind every successful study and every successful play depends on a hardworking team that nobody sees. I would like to thank Dr. Lingala John, Mohan Bharati, and Akula Joseph for backdrop and lights, Dr. Ben Roshan and Steffel Sam for sounds, Dr. Vinay Oman and Dr. Shalini making that beautiful wheel, and Mr. Jonathan Jose for props. Then I'd like to thank Dr. L.C. Vinod and Dr. Nalini Saranivegin and Dr. Molly Jacob for providing us costume, and even Dr. Danika and Dr. Jolly Chandran. And for makeup, we'd like to thank Ms. Sarah, Ms. Nimi, and Mrs. Hannah. On stage management, I would like to thank Dr. Ashwin, Dr. Janavi, Dr. Punit, and Dr. Abhishek. And technical logistics support, I'd like to thank Dr. Mithun Sashikumar. Finally, a special round of applause for our enthusiasts, directors, who gave life and emotion to the study designs, Dr. Jacqueline Sampol and Dr. Bochu Vikas.
Last but not least, I forgot to tell you, our families who allowed us to spend so much time here. And probably the most important person of the night, the man who conceptualized and brought it all to life, Dr. Sam Marconi.